7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have ignition.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rest Period Podcast. After Dark series. This is episode 5 or 6. I don't know. I don't remember. But the NFL just finished up week 5, I believe. Week 5. It was another fun week. A lot of great, interesting games. A lot of good storylines per usual. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, but I'm coming at you live from the hotel room this week. I'm not in Milwaukee, so I'm in Olive Branch, Mississippi. So, even Mississippi's getting some rest period tonight. So,
Live from the Olive Branch. What a town.
Yeah. What a town.
Stuff right there.
It's definitely one of the cities in America, for sure.
It looks pretty good, Hulk. You look pretty good over there in Mississippi. I thought you were in Memphis, though. What the heck's going on with you, man?
I am in Olive Branch is it's around Memphis.
Oh, I get you, man. I get you.
I flew into Memphis, and then I took the rental car across the border into Olive Branch.
You're crossing those borders. I understand now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground in Olive Branch.
Boots on the ground, boys.
I was hopping borders.
All right, with that, I got to pop my Rogan. What? Hulk's got a rain tonight, boys. He's got a rain.
Yeah, Hulk, let's see what you're rocking tonight.
Rain, Total Body Fuel, orange dreamsicle flavor. I'm not going to drink all of this or I won't be able to sleep for 3 days. But
500 milligrams of caffeine.
Olive Branch is going to be on the news tomorrow morning. That's all I know. If Hulk finishes that, right? Green Monster destroys Mississippi town. It's going to be the headline.
It's going to be, I'm going to be all over the news if I finish that tonight. But, yeah. Football. So, if we just want to start out with, my Indianapolis Colts, come on. They absolutely showed the Rams showed the Raiders who they are. We just beat the piss out of another easy weak team. So Jonathan Taylor with 3 touchdowns, the defense with a few takeaways. Danny Dimes looked like Danny Dimes per usual, just absolutely destroying people. So Colts look good. We got an offense and we got a defense. So I love to see it.
Every week the Colts look more like an actual contender, for sure. And now that there's officially no undefeated teams left in the NFL, you got to make your layups. Yeah. And the Colts, they ran straight through the Raiders.
I will say this, though. The Colts beat the Broncos. Broncos beat the returning Super Bowl champs. Just saying, it's looking like the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
He's feeling something, on that logic. Boys. He's feeling something.
There's some analytics coming at you.
Yeah.
How about Jonathan Taylor, 3 tutties, man? Yeah, tell me about his performance. He obviously had a good day. What'd you see out there, Hulk?
Yeah, the Raiders defense honestly just had no answers to anything that we were doing. Daniel Jones could have had 6 touchdown passes, but we just started running the ball a lot because it was working. I don't think any team can stop Jonathan Taylor this year. I don't even think the Rams could stop him unless Adonai Mitchell is, breaking the rules, doing a holding play when he's not even involved in the score. But yeah, there's no question Jonathan Taylor is the best back in the NFL right now. Our offensive line is obviously a big contributor to that. Like I said, the Great Wall of Indy is just really good. So
yeah, he's leading the NFL, 480 yards rushing, right? He has 6 touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
They're looking special. Indiana Jones, 6 touchdowns passing, 2 interceptions, and he's got rushing
Yeah.
touchdowns as well. You guys are
Yeah,
trouble. You
absolutely.
guys are trouble, boys. I mean, the Colts are exactly what Rest Period After Dark said they were. They're a threat. They are a threat. And I think people are starting to finally realize that. But I mean,
Yeah.
Hulk's been
It
saying
really
this since what? Last September, last October. We were
since
calling
May.
for it. Let's
Yeah, since last
go.
year.
I will
No,
say
I mean
though,
I think
I will say the
go
AFC
ahead.
South looks better every week. I mean, the Texans, I think, a statement game this week, and I mean, as we're coming at you on Monday night, the Jaguars might beat the Chiefs, so
Yeah,
it's not going to be easy for the Colts.
that's true.
I disagree. I think it's going to be very easy for the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Houston Texans suck. I think the Titans definitely suck. They're like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Dave Portnoy tier lists that they do for the NFL, but I'm pretty sure the Titans are in the mega ass scared tier for football teams right now. They're so bad that even their quarterback said that they're bad. So
They beat Kyler Murray and the Cardinals yesterday, though. That was a shocking game. Anyways, let's go
Dude,
back
that
to
was
the
the
Colts.
craziest game. Yeah, we got to run through them all, but that Cardinals.
Let's finish with it. We got to finish with the Colts. I got to say one more thing. Something that Hulk said it a few times, but I think they have the best young tight end in the NFL. That big tight end, Tyler Warren's running seam routes. He's athletic. He can run the ball if they need him to. He can block. I think like a little gem out of Penn State. I mean, he's just such a monster, man. So yeah, we're talking about all these big name players, but yeah, Tyler Warren, just keep him on your list, right? Hulk, I mean, you've been telling me a lot about him, but he blocks well, he runs well, he can catch the ball, super athletic, man. He's really good.
yeah, I've said it time and time again. I think Tyler Warren is the steal of the draft. I think he's making the most impact out of anybody that was drafted in the last draft class. And we're kind of using him all over the place. I mean, dude's running the ball. He dropped back and he passed one against the Raiders. He's catching the ball. He's scoring touchdowns. I mean, he's just a great athlete. And big reliable target for Danny Dimes down the middle of the field. I mean, come on, can't really complain about him. He's a tremendous athlete, tremendous player. He's making an impact. So
Did the
I
Raiders
really
forget
think
to show up on offense too, Hulk? What happened there? Did they forget
well
to?
I don't think the Raiders forgot to show up. I think that's just the Raiders. I think that's just like
Someone's gonna get
that's
Pete
just
Carroll a new pack of gum, man.
Yeah, he's
I need
old.
to re-
Old
we need to
pack of gum
refill.
out there.
I think it's less Pete Carroll not chewing his gum hard enough and more that he just doesn't have enough gum to chew to save this team.
I think you're right, man. I feel bad for Pete Carroll. Geno Smith, he
Yeah.
underperformed. You guys kind of mentioned that, but he struggled. I mean,
I
he's struggling bad.
I'm just starting to think that Geno Smith is just bad. He's just not a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's
Um,
having a down year, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
not
he
looking
is.
good.
He's shown flashes of magic in previous seasons, but this year he's just been really struggling. But I know you mentioned the Houston with if Lamar was playing and the Ravens were, meeting expectations, I would say it was a statement win. But I think the Ravens are in shambles. They don't have Lamar. They have tons of injuries. Their defense still sucks. I mean, that's apparent when you let a team that was coming into this week with one of the worst offenses drop 44 on you. I mean, this is what we've been saying. I mean, they just don't have a defense. And now that Lamar's gone, their offense has like no cohesion at all. Kind of similar to the Bengals in kind of that way where it's like they had like one guy that was basically carrying them to wins.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ravens, to me, have been the biggest surprise of the season so far. Obviously, the injuries are a huge part of this last week, but they've had a brutal first few weeks, and like we've said before, their schedule's not getting any easier. And if Lamar's not going to be back and healthy, it's going to be a slog for Baltimore.
And think week 1 they almost beat the Bills. I was on the edge of my seat the whole night, and now it's not looking like they're that good of a team, right? So Cooper Rush came in. He's a decent backup, but man, they couldn't throw the ball. They couldn't play defense. They have a lot of injuries on the defensive side. They have Kyle Hamilton, their best defensive players, out. Marlon Humphrey was out, their best corner. They got their D tackle. It's a hard name to say. What, MD? He's out for the season. Dude, I don't know. They're done. We might as well write them off. So we probably have to rewrite our rankings. And a lot of the Ravens' problems have been injuries. You know what I mean? So we probably got to rewrite that one. They're not going to make the playoffs. That's going to be a different team out of there. So
I don't think the Ravens are going to make the playoffs anymore. Maybe if Lamar is healthy in a week or so and they can start getting some wins, maybe they can slide like a wild card spot. But I think they're out of the conversation in terms of being like winning their division. But yeah, I mean, I think the Ravens are in shambles. Like I said, they obviously a lot of key injuries at certain positions is not helping them, but their defense has never been good. Like, their defense has never been good. I can't even think of a time that their defense has been good enough for them to win games, and their offense is not consistent enough. Like, even when everybody's healthy on offense, they're not putting up the number of points that they should be. So I think they're kind of struggling just with that a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, like we said this before, they're letting in almost 40 points a week. That's something's got to give on the defensive side if they're going to have any chance of winning games.
Call me crazy, but are we looking at maybe firing a coach here in Baltimore? I mean, it's a tough one,
risky.
but
yeah, that's a big risk.
I think you're seeing the fall of the empire a little bit over in Baltimore. I think it's over. And we all thought they were going to be good, man. I said it. You two said it. We all thought the Ravens were going to be good this year, but I don't know. At some point, you have to move on from a coach. Harbaugh's been there forever, so I hate to say it that way, but I don't know. It's not looking good, man. I don't know if he's lost the locker room. Something's going on over there. It's just not. It's not what I would have ever expected with the Ravens. So that's pretty harsh to come out like that. I know, but a lot of injuries. They don't look like they're playing their hardest. Other teams have injuries too. It's like, why are the Ravens giving up 40 points a game? Like, I just think that's is that a sign that they've lost the locker room? I don't know, man. Other teams have just as many injuries. So I don't know what this is, honestly, but
I mean, Lamar is 28. He is, a run-heavy quarterback, obviously. Having some injury issues. They don't have that big of a window. That is, I mean, it's a fair point. If they don't get it back, I mean, I think this year is, obviously it's still a long season, but it's going to be hard to come back out of this hole they already dug themselves. And yeah, you really only have a couple of years to play with Lamar before he just has to change his entire play style. So I don't know. Maybe something drastic is not that crazy at this point.
yeah, I think I think it's definitely hard to move away from your Super Bowl winning head coach. But I think it's a sign of, obviously issues that we're probably not seeing. There's probably some culture issues on the team. I think if anybody needs to go, the defensive coordinator should go first. Like, if they're going to fire anybody, because ultimately he's responsible for the defense. And if they're letting 40 points go every week, that's a problem. I do still think that the offense has done enough that, you can kind of cut Harbaugh some slack for a little bit longer. But, and especially now that, like, Lamar's out and they have a lot of injuries, I still think that with Lamar being healthy and their offense being healthy, that they're still capable of putting up a lot of points. But I think their defense has ultimately been the most consistent at letting them down in big moments. So, I mean, yeah.
Also,
And just like mental mistakes.
Also in that division, you two know it, but like now the Browns are 1-4, the Bengals are 2-3, the Ravens. I mean, we think they're completely out of the division. The Steelers are winning that division. I don't know. The Steelers don't blow me away, but I just think John Harbaugh has been there forever, and this is what happens sometimes is this happens on many championship level teams. All of a sudden, the team just starts to lose it, right? The Falcons, remember the year they lost to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl? That head coach 2 years later, gone, right? And it's the Ravens, unfortunately, I think what's happened is they have had such high expectations and played at such a high level, but haven't gotten it done for so long. I think it's starting to implode. It looks pretty obvious to me that it's imploding, and eventually you kind of have to. And they're not moving on from Lamar because they signed him to a big contract. I think they got to sign a new coach. I think they got to move on. This happens all the freaking time, right? I love John Harbaugh, but I think he's lost the locker room to me is what it feels like because they've never played defense like this. He's been the coach there for 20 years, right? I don't know, man. It's a harsh reality, but this happens to coaches all the time, and if they lose their locker room, Mike Tomlin, he's a great example. He wins every year, but he doesn't win. He doesn't go to the championship game anymore. How many more years do they give him, right? With the Steelers. So, I don't know if they keep losing, if they're 1-8, I could see something happening. And I know that sounds crazy, but, with their expectations of going to the Super Bowl and then they're losing like this, it might be time, right? I'm just sensing something.
Yeah, I mean, if they do get rid of Harbaugh, it'll be about 10 minutes before his phone's getting lit up by the bottom half of the league. So, but
absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other teams that are gonna probably be in the market for a head coach after this season. So, but yeah, I mean, I think kind of going all along with their defense. I mean, I think it's a combination of three things. I think it's injuries. I think it's just their defense not being able to get it together. And then I also think just historically it's been like a culture problem, like a team cohesion problem, mental mistake problem. Because the Ravens have been known, even when they have like really good teams, to just like shoot themselves in the foot and basically be their own worst enemy. So that's what I would say about the Ravens in that regard. But yeah.
Can we take it back to Thursday night next? Can we talk a little bit about these Rams?
Yeah, can I start on this? Can I take it from Goggins?
Let's hear it.
The only thing I want to say, Robert Saleh's defense showed up for the 49ers, man. I was in shock a little bit. I thought the Rams had that game. Kyron Williams had a touchdown. He's at the 1-yard line. The D tackle for the 49ers strips him. Unbelievable play. And it just was that kind of night. I don't know. Like the Rams looked like the better team, and Matt Stafford had a monster game. Puka was uncoverable again, and we talked about this last week. He can't be covered, right? Devontae had a pretty decent game. Kyron Williams had a good game, but that fumble was really bad. Blake Corum had a bad fumble as well, the running back. So multiple turnovers kill you, right, with the Rams. I mean, you just can't do that. But no, I think Mac Jones, unbelievably gutsy performance for the 49ers. I don't think there's a quarterback controversy yet with him and Brock Purdy, but he's 3-0 as a starter. Mac Jones is. Kyle Shanahan loves him. I mean, you can just tell they work well together. It's pretty cool. It's a good story. But yeah, the Rams probably should have won that game. They looked better, I thought, but man, they just a few bad plays, right, is what I saw. And Robert Saleh, man, that defensive coordinator for the 49ers, I hate that defense, man. They did it to the Packers multiple times. They are just physical. They make plays. They have energy. That's just what I saw. But I thought Stafford played really well.
Yeah, man. I mean, Again, Niners, no Nick Bosa, no Brock Purdy, no George Kittle, and still to get a win against the Rams is huge. Not just, I mean, that's a win that could have a huge impact come the end of the season. Like Kyle said, I mean, Mac Jones. It's actually cool to, as a Patriots fan, he had a flash like his first, right when he got the start in New England, and the whole entire franchise just went to shit. But it's cool to see him back and actually, being who people said he was when he first came into the league. But yeah, man, I mean, at 3-2, I'm telling you, I feel really good about my Rams pick. Like I think they're the best 3-2 team in the league. I think that Matt Stafford, currently statistically the best quarterback in the league. Obviously Puka, I think the best, wide receiver 1 in the league. And yeah, I mean, the Rams, man, I'm not giving up the ship. I think they're really good.
I think the Rams have proven that they can hang in these games, but they have no finish. Where's the finish?
They came back like 3 times in that game. It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah. They were able to hang with the Eagles, but there was no finish. They were able to hang. I mean, the thing about this game though is, in all reality, with how injured that the 49ers are, the Rams should be beating the 49ers pretty decently. Like, this shouldn't be a close game. But I think the 49ers, and I've said this probably every single episode, I think they're just a gritty football team. I think they just win games close. They just don't go away. They're just annoying. They just they're always like a touchdown away or a field goal away the whole game. And even without Nick Bosa, I mean, their defense is just really good. And their offense is good enough. CMC is still a problem for a lot of these teams. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Puka Nacua for sure.
Yeah, McCaffrey, man, what the heck? He still got a Hulk, doesn't he? He still got a little something.
Oh, he still got it. He still got it for sure. Like I said, he's still a problem for these teams. He's causing problems. And, teams got to prepare for it.
I wish I would have gotten my fantasy team. Man, he's living up to expectations anyways.
It's really hard. It's really hard to make that call before the season starts, because he's also been known to get injured and fantasy football teams' chances of winning very quickly.
Dude, I will say one last thing about that game, though. If Kyren Williams can make one 1-yard run, he had 2 opportunities. He fumbled one and got stuffed on another. If he just, gets a yard on either one of those, the Rams win the game. So,
yeah. Before we close, Goggins, can you tell me, as a Rams fan, as a Rams enthusiast, on that 4th and 1 call in overtime, I thought about this a few times. Sean McVay, obviously, he's at home in LA. He goes for it on 4th and 1. I guess kind of 2 questions. They could have kicked a field goal to tie the game. So, do you agree or disagree with that decision, you two? Goggins and Hulk, what do you think on that? Do you kick the field goal to tie it? Do you agree or disagree with what he did? He went for it on 4th and 1.
I'm not going to be upset about that. I mean, like, first of all, I hate tie football games. Like, there's nothing I hate more than watching an entire overtime and then a tie. So, like, I appreciate a coach that will just, make it quick for us and give us a decision. But, like, I mean, going for it on 4th and 1, I mean, again, Williams, he's a pretty trustworthy back. Obviously, just had a couple of rough moments in that game. But I don't think it's a bad play. And it's a culture thing. Like, that's just who Sean McVay is. The Rams, they're not. I think that they're in the mix. They're not the best team in the NFL. And honestly, when you're that team in the mix, I think having that sort of conviction to just go for it is kind of what you need, especially down the stretch. So it doesn't really bother me. And it just didn't happen, But I don't think it's a bad call.
Yeah, I don't think that bothers me. I think if you honestly do the analytics on it, I think it's pretty high percentage to get that first down on a 4th-and-1 situation. Like probably 7 out of 10 times you're getting the first down there. So I think it's the right call, just like stats wise, to go for the win there.
No, I
essentially.
agree. I agree
So-
with you too. I think you should have gone for it. Sean McVay after the game said he had a bad play call, which I do agree is he made a bad play call. The stats and analytics say I go for it, but you don't run that ball to the outside against the 49ers. That was a terrible play call. And Sean McVay came out. He said, man, I made a mistake. My one question, this is what my second question was going to be. If you're the head coach of that team and you had the play call, I'd just take it from me and then you guys can take it. I would give the ball to Stafford and I'd throw the ball to Puka. So I would not give the ball to No, seriously. So that ball is going to Puka. What would you guys do?
That's what I was going to say. Give Stafford the ball. Bootleg. Give Stafford the option. Puka downfield. Send everybody. Who cares?
Yeah,
on 4th-and-1.
I'm serious. You don't run the ball to the outside. The defense is stacking the box. It's like Stafford could have got a first down easily with Puka.
On 4th-and-1, we're definitely not running the ball to the outside. That's a terrible idea. I agree with that, but I don't think passing the ball is necessarily the best choice. I feel like if I was the head coach in that situation, I'd be calling I feel like I would be comfortable handing the ball to Williams on just like a halfback dive up the middle, or seeing Stafford do like a QB sneak, like a tush push. You're just trying to get 1 yard. It doesn't have to be fancy.
I don't want to see Stafford tush push. He's too valuable to me. He's an old man.
I think us three should be the offensive coordinator for the Rams. I think we all would have made a better call in this situation. I'm serious. He should have thrown it to Puka, or I agree with you, Hulk. Yeah, run to the A or B gaps, right? Like, why are we going wide with the ball? The 49ers are going to run that down every freaking time. Anyways, I think that game was mismanaged slightly by the head coach, and I think you can't fumble the ball, right? Kyron Williams, you just can't fumble the ball in that 1 yard line situation. But yeah, if we can go to the Bills game, I know we're jumping all over the place, guys. I got to get my emotions out a little bit. The Bills, Patriots, the games in Buffalo. Drake Maye. That's all I'm going to say. Drake Maye and Stephon Diggs. Hey, hats off. Hats off.
I think I think the Bills are. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Bills, but I think the Bills have a problem with playing down to competition. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they did it with the Saints last week, which I don't think a lot of people watched that game last week. They did the exact same thing against the Saints. They played down. Josh Allen was throwing picks. Like, what are we doing? I thought this guy was the MVP of the league, and then this week I come in, I'm like, okay, I want a few bruises. I told you guys, I want a few bruises for the Bills. But no, seriously, I think that Drake Maye and Stephon Diggs played really well together. Like, that was kind of fun to watch. I mean, I'm a Bills fan, yes, but I'm a football guy. Like, I just like football. Stephon Diggs came back to Buffalo after they traded him away a few years ago, and he was awesome with the Bills, so I give him a lot of credit. He came back off a torn ACL. Dude played out of his mind, okay? Like, that's a once-in-a-lifetime game for that guy. He's not going to do that the rest of the year. But, hey, that one time against Buffalo in Buffalo, he did it. So I give him credit. I'm just going to tip my hat and just say, good game.
Yeah, I mean, that was 100% a revenge game. Not going to say Josh Allen at his best, but, dude, Drake Maye, that stiff arm on that last drive, and then obviously Diggs making the move. But, yeah, man, Drake Maye, I don't know. If I'm a Bills fan, I'm a little worried about the resurrection of the Pats at the moment, but we'll see.
I think the Pats have a pretty decent football team, is what it's looking like. I think through 5 weeks, I can say the Pats have a pretty decent football team. I don't think they're going to win their division. I still don't think they're going to win their division. I still think that's the division for the Bills to win. But I think we can put the Patriots in a wild card potential area. I mean, they're pretty good. I think they're going to win enough games to at least be in the conversation for a wild card spot. But in terms of the MVP of the league, I think we just got to face the facts. The MVP of the league is Daniel Jones. You know, this whole illusion that Josh Allen was going to be the MVP. I mean, come on, that was shattered this weekend. We know who the MVP is going to be. It's going to be Indiana Jones. He's just too good. So,
all right, so we're diving into MVP. Should we do our 1, 2, and 3 picks, like our number 1, number 2, number 3?
oh yeah.
So
I
Hulk,
think
your
we
number
should.
1's obviously Indiana Jones. Who do you got 2 and 3?
My number 1 is Indiana Jones. My number 2, even though it's the quarterback award, is not a quarterback. I think Jonathan Taylor's got to be in the conversation. And just so that I'm not picking all Colts players, because I would pick Tyler Warren at number 3. Number 3 for the MVP conversation. It's probably still Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen's definitely in the conversation still. With Lamar being hurt, I think that kind of knocks him out of contender. But I think in all seriousness, it's probably Daniel Jones. I feel like you have to at least have him in the conversation. It's Josh Allen, and then I can't think of another quarterback that I would even consider in the conversation. Maybe Jalen Hurts, but I really feel like Jonathan Taylor's performance on the ground is a lot better than Jalen Hurts' performance in the air. But that's what I'm going to go with.
Gotta give it to my boy Matt Stafford. Look at the statistics, bro. Matt Stafford has 200 more yards. All right. Matt Stafford through 5 weeks, 1,500 pass yards. Second most in the league right now is Prescott with 1,350. So he's got 150 more pass yards than anybody else. Granted, Puka's got like 600 receiving yards, but still. And he's got 11 touchdowns, 2 picks. QBR not great, but dude, I'm telling you, if the Rams are 2 plays. They're a blocked field goal and a fumble away from being undefeated. And they've played the Eagles, they've played good teams. I'm telling you, man, it's not just hype. They're sleepers out there. Look out, I'm telling you.
But Goggins, it doesn't feel that way, does it? It doesn't feel like, come on. Like if you really think about it, when you think of Matt Stafford, you don't think, oh yeah, MVP of the league.
Dude, I'm not even a Rams fan.
Yeah, that's just not like let's just be honest. Matt Stafford's not in the conversation. He could have the greatest season of his career. He's still not going to win the MVP because
just give that old man a seat. Nothing else.
Yeah. If anything, they'll give it to Puka. If anything, they'll give it to Puka. They'll give it to Puka before they give it to Stafford. I'm gonna leave it at that.
They love Puka out there, don't they? So you guys,
without Puka, Stafford doesn't have a good season. So
you're not wrong. You got Stafford number 1. Okay, who's your number 2 and 3, big dog?
I mean, I will say Baker. We've talked about Baker a bit. He's having a bit of a comeback this year. He's got 10 touchdowns, 1 pick, almost 1,300 yards. And I think, the Buccaneers have the NFC South is weak, so they're gonna be a quote unquote contender. Josh Allen, just because he's Josh Allen, and he's only gonna get better as the season goes on once the Bills figure it out. Yeah, and I mean I think Hulk's picks of JT and Puka if you're going to go non-quarterback, but that's never going to happen. So I would say at the moment I'm Stafford, Baker, and Josh Allen.
Yeah, if I was going to go my top 3 non-quarterback MVP picks, it would be Jonathan Taylor at number 1, Puka Nacua at number 2. Number 3, non-quarterback. Yeah, number 3 might be tough for that. CMC maybe. Who else is having like a freak amazing year? I would say CMC, but I might have to think about it some more. There might be another guy that I'm forgetting about, but that's what I'd say for non-quarterbacks.
Those are solid, man. All having good years, right? My number one has to be Josh Allen on the MVP. He's the odds-on favorite by the sporting bet people. I think once again we can't ever view things through 1 week or a short span of time. Josh Allen's the best player in the NFL. It's not. I don't think anyone questions that. Like he didn't play great against the Patriots, but the Patriots, dude, they wanted everything. I think they were all in, man. So I think Josh Allen, he also has way more rushing yards than other quarterbacks. You can't forget he runs and he throws. And I think right now he's the odds-on favorite. And of course, I have his jersey, so there you go. Number 2, I am going to put Daniel Jones number 2. I think there's something magical in Mr. Jones, Indiana Jones over there. I think he's entering into like the top 4 odds-on favorite. Like he actually has entered that race finally. People are finally starting to see what's going on here. Dude, the Colts are special. They had 6 touchdowns and 6 possessions this game. They're doing like just crazy things on offense, man. And you can't dispute that, right? I mean, they're hot. So let's carry it on, Indiana Jones, right? Stafford is close to my top 3, actually. Like, I think he's having a brilliant year. I know we made fun of him, but he got rid of that Walker, and that he's freaking... He's not scared of what I was talking about, man. He threw that Walker down. He's feeling good. He's nice and loose. He's been in the sauna or something. I don't know. He's feeling good.
He's aging in reverse out there. He's been in Los Angeles long enough. He's starting to age in reverse.
He's taking baths and wine and stuff. I don't know. He's doing something, but he's looking good. I think Jared Goff's my number 3. He has 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. I think he's number 1 in the NFL in touchdown passes. I have to put him on my list just because of that. The Lions are red hot. Their offense is scoring 40 points a game in the last 4 games. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a hard one, right? We're only 5 games in, so I'm not too sure if it's the too early MVP predictions. But if I can go through my first 3 non-quarterbacks, I'd actually agree. I think Jonathan Taylor's number 1. He's pretty clearly the best offensive player other than quarterbacks we've talked about right now. I have James Cook number 2. He's having a monster year. He's number 2 in the NFL in rushing yards. He also is an absolute threat out of the backfield catching the ball. And the Bills are utilizing that a decent amount. Other than last night, they didn't. Sorry, Hulk, you lost your fantasy, game because of that. And then, number 3 is pretty clearly Puka. I think Puka is the best receiver in the NFL, but I do think James Cook has now put himself in the elite category. Because he's number 2 in the NFL in rushing. He's got, I think, 6 touchdowns rushing, and he's a great receiver out of the backfield.
Yeah, I think I agree with your 3 for the non-quarterback. I think I would put Puka at number 2, though, and James Cook at 3, and Jonathan Taylor at 1. I think I'm gonna re-look at so I think my actual, now that I've been thinking about it a little bit more, I think my actual top 3 quarterbacks for MVP. I'm still gonna keep Daniel Jones at 1. I'm gonna keep Josh Allen at 2. I think Baker Mayfield is a solid 3. And I think Stafford might be in the conversation for top 5, but I don't know. I don't think Stafford's winning. Sorry, Goggins. I think Stafford's winning it this year.
All right, we measure in results over here in Los Angeles. So.
Yeah,
that's
not how we pick the MVP though. It's like 50. It's like 25% results and 75% aura.
Yeah, just vibes.
Vibes.
Just vibes.
Yeah.
This just in, the Chiefs have lost to the Jaguars. So former MVP Patrick Mahomes now 2-3.
Good, get them on.
The Jaguars need to start. The Jaguars need to start losing. What the heck? They're supposed to be bad. What are they doing?
Jaguars said we're gonna stay even with the Colts. That's what they're saying over there.
Man, the Jaguars might be good.
Jaguars are legit. Goggins, who are your top 3 non-quarterback MVP.
Non-quarterback? Puka, JT. We talked about James Cook. I don't think anyone. I don't know. I'm returning my third vote back to the jury. I don't need it.
Just need 2 votes. That's fair. No, I think Jonathan Taylor is clearly the number 1 right now in the NFL. Offensive Player of the Year might be his. I mean, he might not win the MVP, but he could still win the Offensive Player of the Year, which running backs do quite often because they never get MVP votes because they don't get the ball every play. But he might be Offensive Player of the Year. That's probably where he's going. And then we also talked, we're going to do Rising Stars. Is that kind of our next little thing you guys were thinking? Was that it, Goggins? Can you explain that? Rising Stars?
We can do Rising Stars. I think we kind of covered it. But yeah, I guess any big surprises through 5 weeks? We kind of talked about Drake Maye. I mean, I think to me right now, again, I'm biased because I have a bit of a Pats fandom streak in me, but Drake Maye looked really good on Sunday night. So
Yeah, I think Drake Maye probably threw whatever the first few weeks that he's got to play with Brock Purdy being out is definitely a rising star. I tend to believe that we kind of overhype the quarterback a little bit. I think we've seen time and time again that the supporting cast around the quarterback makes a big difference. Like you can have a pretty mediocre quarterback and a great supporting cast, and then that quarterback could have like an MVP level year and be like a mediocre level quarterback. But I think Drake Maye, something's clicking in San Francisco. So I would agree. I think Drake Maye, he's potentially a rising star.
Drake Maye, Mac Jones, they're all the same.
Yeah, Drake Maye. No, he's good, man. I think Josh McDaniels going back to the Patriots. Are you kidding me? We haven't even talked about this, Goggins. You're a Patriots fan. Josh McDaniels came back to the Patriots to be the offensive coordinator for Drake Maye. I don't know. I mean, people are like, oh, I'm shocked the Patriots are good. They brought Vrabel in, who only wins as a head coach. He won a ton with Tennessee. Josh McDaniels won how many Super Bowls? It's like they have a great coaching staff, and they're bringing in winning players finally, right? Stephon Diggs is awesome. Like he was great with the Bills. Drake Maye is super athletic. Yeah, he's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, actually, some people were saying he'd be good this year. But yeah, he's probably exceeding expectations, at least in my mind, right? Yeah, so it's kind of cool for the Patriots, but he's got to be number 1 on the rising star list that we didn't expect, right? I mean, and he kind of put it on my Bills, so it's kind of personal too. I mean, it's like, whoa, yeah, this guy's got it, man. Like he was clutch. He was making plays at the end of that game. He getting dragged to the ground by a defensive tackle, stiff arming him and making a throw to Stephon. Like, I don't know. He was pretty special player. So.
Yeah, Drake Maye and Mac Jones are the same person in my mind.
Dude, that is like 100% true.
Just
that's actually factual information.
I actually forgot that New England had 2 quarterbacks in the past whatever, because weren't they both Patriots quarterbacks at one point?
Yeah, dude, they're like the same project, but like whatever, 4 years apart.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Drake Maye with the Patriots. He's doing good. Mac Jones with the Niners, doing very good as well. I think they're both in the conversation. Let's just say they're both rising stars. They're both doing good.
Yeah, and Drake Maye is probably next on that New England to San Francisco pipeline. Follow the Jimmy G, Mac Jones tradition, and as soon as he burns out in New England, they'll send SF anyways.
Because Jimmy G was a Patriot back in the day too.
They all just want that 49ers weather and Kyle Shanahan to coach them up. You know what I mean? Basically,
it's actually a conspiracy. It's actually a conspiracy. The Patriots that It's actually just a feeder program for quarterbacks to go to the Niners.
Yeah, it's actually sad. It's even bigger than that. I think just Boston is a feeder city to San Francisco, unfortunately. It's not just the NFL. Everybody in Boston wants to be in San Francisco.
All right, so I got rising star. I got a receiver for you that I think is a rising star. I mean, we've all heard of him, but Cortland Sutton from the Broncos, I think, is really good. He's a name that's been kind of floating around, and he's on my fantasy team, so I do know a little bit more because of fantasy football. But Cortland Sutton has definitely kind of showed himself as a top 15 receiver in the NFL. I don't think anyone was saying that name before the season as a top 15 guy. People were like, oh, this guy's the number one for the Broncos. He's pretty good. But he's starting to solidify himself. He's making big plays, had some big plays against the Eagles, right? Like, kind of showing up in the big moments. So, yeah, I kind of like guys like that, right? They show up against the best teams. They make plays. Against the lesser opponent, they might have a touchdown or more yardage. But, yeah, like Drake Maye, he kind of showed up, man. He was a big deal to beat the Eagles. You know, the Broncos took down the Eagles this week. So I thought that was a pretty big deal. I mean, he had a good game for me in fantasy world. Not a crazy game, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do against teams like the Eagles. And yeah, Cortland Sutton, man, he's been making a lot of plays so far this year. He's been playing well. I predicted the Broncos to win the AFC West, so I'm kind of expecting him to, you know, not only be a rising star for a few weeks, but I kind of see him having a great season. So that's my guy, I think.
Yeah, also shout out to Emeka Egbuka in Tampa. He's having a big first 5 weeks. Kind of like the changing of the guard down there from Mike Evans to Egbuka now. Like we said, Baker's having a really solid start. So Tampa Bay, you know, de facto winners of the NFC South, actually have some bite to them. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I mean, when I think of rising stars, I think at running back, I think Ashton Genty has had a really good season. I think he's really good. As a rookie, I think he's definitely a rising star this year. I think potentially Jackson Dart, but, you know, it's hard to be a rising star on the Giants. But, you know, he'll probably be a rising star. Give him like 3 or 4 years with the Giants, and everybody's going to think he's bad, and then he's going to come to Indianapolis and win a Super Bowl.
dude, I was gonna say our boy Jackson Dart took his first loss this week, man. Yeah, I never thought it was gonna happen, but
We got to be careful crowning Jackson Dart or anybody on the Giants. But Cam Scatteraboo, the running back, another rising star. If we're just using rookies, I guess, for rising stars, he's probably my favorite rookie running back. I think he's been a bruiser, man. He's playing really well. But much like Jackson Dart, I mean, I don't know how much can I trust him. He's on the Giants. They got to fire Dayball. They got to get him out of there. They got to get a new coach. But I think Jackson Dart and Cam the Bruiser, I think they're going to be pretty good. If they actually get a good coach in there, I think they'll cause some damage. So he's one of my favorite young running backs in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll say Drake Maye, Mac Jones. I'll say Genty, because I think he's really good. And I'll put Jackson Dart in the honorable mention list. Potential. Maybe he'll be good with the Giants. I don't know. The Giants need to focus on, now that they have a potentially young quarterback, actually building a good supporting cast around him and fixing whatever culture. Because I think with the Giants, it's a culture thing.
For sure.
I think that's been a big contributor.
They got to fire Dayball. Hulk, they got to fire Dayball. Yeah. Everyone in New York knows that. Everyone knows it. Like, why are they not doing it? I don't understand, but yeah.
Dude, one more rising star. This might be controversial. Daniel Jones. I think he's a rising star. I think he's a mid-career rising star. We already talk about him as, like, you know, top of the league, but I mean, we've said this 1,000 times
Yeah,
on this
I
podcast.
was
He's
gonna,
so good.
I would have said he was a rising star in week 2 or 3. Now he's just made it. It's like the rocket already left, and now he's made it. He's already there. So he's not a
orbited.
I love
rising
that.
star.
I love that.
He's not a rising star anymore. He just is a star. If I was gonna put someone still in the rising star spot, I think we can throw Tyler Warren in the mix just because he's a rookie.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
for
good,
sure,
man.
for sure. Daniel Jones, I like that too though, because I see what you're saying, Goggins. You're like, he's had a few years in the NFL of like, not a lot of good, and now it just feels like, whoa, what just happened, right? So I see where you're going with that. Tyler Warren for sure, man. He's the best tight end in the rookie class, right? Hulk, like, he's really freaking good. I don't know.
I just want to talk about this actually for a second. It's like, we were saying like all this stuff about Daniel Jones and how he's going to be good well before any of the certified experts were saying anything about Daniel Jones.
We are certified, by the way.
We are. I mean, we're now certified experts because they've now seen.
Hulk,
they've now
we're
seen
certified.
our expert opinions. Yeah. We're self-proclaimed experts, is what we are. But we're proving that our opinions are better than the experts, because I was just saying at the beginning, obviously they've changed their tune now, but like the whole narrative on Daniel Jones is completely flipped, because before this season was even started, I mean, everybody was talking about how Daniel Jones is a bust, how it's bad that he got drafted where he got drafted, that he wasn't good, and that it was risky that the Colts chose him over Anthony Richardson. And I mean, the narrative just completely flipped. And I mean, we were already on board on what the narrative should be well before any of those other guys picked up on it. That's all I'm saying.
So us three were talking about this specific situation at the gym. I don't even know what month it was. And dude, we all called it. We're like, you know what? AR-15 is not the answer. Danny Dimes is the answer. Like, he's going to have a good year. How do we get this out to the world to let them know that the rest period after dark was on this story? I don't know. We gotta let the world know where we're standing right now.
There'll be a mixtape. We'll be dropping a mixtape at some point.
At the end of this football season, we're going to create a montage of all of the predictions that we made that were true, but they're going to be predictions that we made before they actually came true. And it's gonna be at least like 3 or 4 hours long, because we're just expert level analytics going on right here on the Rest Period After Dark podcast.
I agree, man. I think we're on something, man. Like, we're on the Rogans right now is what I'm on, but I don't know. Does that make me an expert?
We should also make a montage of all the times that we were clowning on the Rams.
On the Stafford Walker, yeah. No, dude, I'll feel bad if he doesn't finish the season and he's got a walker. I'll just be honest with you. I hope he finishes.
That'd be pretty funny.
Season. Well, I just hope he finishes the season, right? I still think they miss the playoffs, even if he finishes the season. But I just don't want him to get hurt, because that was my concern with him. He's old. He's a little bit brittle. You know what I mean? Like, when he's walking around, he's just like, It looks like the old man at the gym. He's struggling a little bit. So let Stafford just get through the season, all right?
Dude, I actually can't wait to drop this Matt Stafford reverse mixtape. But I'm worried that it might end both of your guys' careers in the podcasting universe if I drop this Matt Stafford mixtape before his Super Bowl appearance.
Hey man, that's all right. Hey, this is what it's all about, man.
Should we make another little wager? If the Rams make the Super Bowl this year, what do me and Lombardi have to do if the Rams make the Super Bowl this year?
We have to build the sauna. We have to build the sauna.
What are you gonna do, Goggins, when you see when you see the light and you finally realize that this is just not the Rams' year.
This isn't the Rams' year, Goggins.
Look, I'll do if they make the NFC Championship game, I'll wager on that. How about that? Super Bowl's a little, that's hard.
He's not feeling that good about the Rams. Let's be fair. All right,
Well, this is what I think about I think the AFC. The Rams are in the NFC, right? They're not in the AFC.
NFC
yeah,
West,
so they make I don't think they're making the NFC Championship game. I think the NFC Championship game right now is the clear favorites are the Lions, and I would say Green Bay, but Green Bay needs to step it up, man. Can we talk about the Packers a little bit? Packers need to step it up.
Yeah, they had a hell of a bye week. I felt like they really. So on the bye week, did you guys hear the news? So we got Christian Watson back practicing. I know he's hurt all the time, but dude is like 6'4", 210 pounds fast. He can be explosive. I think that's actually a bigger deal than people are even I haven't heard many people talking about that. But he can open up the deep ball, and I think that opens up the middle of the field for Tucker Kraft. We got Zach Tom back practicing. He's our best tackle, our right tackle. We got our starting left guard back, Aaron Banks. So it's injuries. I mean, we're injured. The Ravens are injured. The Colts have injuries. The Rams have injuries. Dude, the Packers have a lot of healthy guys coming back. We had a bye week. So I think we'll probably be okay in the next 4 to 5 games. We might lose one, but I see a nice stretch of winning here. So I could definitely see us 7 to 8 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. That's about where I'm at right now. I think they're going to play really well.
Looking at the state of the NFC right now, I think your contenders are still the Lions, the Packers, the Eagles, the Bucks, actually. I think the Bucks are in the conversation now. I think Baker's just having that kind of year. I think the Niners are still in the mix. And I think that's where I'm gonna end it. I don't think the Rams are the Rams. The one thing I might be able to concede is the Rams are on the bubble. They're on the bubble. They might be able to join this.
What do you think about the Seahawks, Hulk?
I think the Seahawks are on the bubble too. I think the Seahawks and the Rams are in the same boat.
So I agree.
Quite honestly.
Yeah, I agree pretty much close to your list. Seahawks are close. So I read up on that game. The Buccaneers won. The Seahawks, Sam Darnold had a monster game. 4 touchdowns. He played really well. A fluke interception kind of lost them that game. The ball was tipped, and I think the Buccaneers made a great play. Dude, yeah, the Buccaneers and Seahawks are pretty even. I think they're number 4 to 5 in the NFC. Washington, don't forget Washington. I think Washington is still underappreciated. Jaden Daniels played really well this past week. They killed the Chargers. 27-10. They beat the crap out of the LA Chargers at LA. So Jaden Daniels and Washington, I think, you're probably your number 3 or 4 NFC team. But yeah, I think that's a good list. The Rams aren't on my top 7 though. They're not making the playoffs, and it's not offensive to Stafford. I just think there's just too many good teams in the NFC. I think it's there's 9 good teams in the NFC. The AFC has maybe 6 good teams, right? So it's just a clear difference. The NFC has more good teams. The Rams are on the outer edges of that. And they keep proving it by losing games like they just did. They're just on the outer edges of it. They're good. They don't win those tough games, and that's just how they've been for the last multiple years. And I know Goggins thinks, you think the Rams are going to the playoffs. You're not necessarily saying they're going to the Super Bowl. I could see that happening too. Same Seahawks to me are very similar. Seahawks, I think, are going to win that division. I don't see them going to the NFC Championship game. I see the Packers as the best team in the NFC. I'm not going to change my tone. The Lions are playing crap teams. They're scoring 40 points. Great. The Packers kicked the crap out of the Lions, guys. So at Lambeau, Lambeau Field is where the Packers obviously are elite. They're at home. On the road, they got to get better. So we've kind of talked about all this, but that's any team in the NFL. We just got to get better on the road. Young team, but Goggins, who do you got?
I mean, the Packers coming off a bye week, coming off a tie week. In my mind, they haven't played in 3 weeks since they embarrassed themselves in Cleveland. But no, I think Final Four NFC, Packers, Lions, Eagles, Rams. I'm sticking to it. Talk to you in January. Yeah, not much more to say.
Are you sure the Rams in the top 4? Are you sure? This is going to get played back. You can
play this back. You'll play it when we're actually crowning me as the season winner on playoff picks.
Rams missed the playoffs. What does Goggins do? That's my only question. Shit.
This is I'm gonna drop right now my refined list after 5 weeks for the NFC.
Yeah, give it.
I think the top 4 teams in the NFC right now are the Lions at 1. Still gonna stick with my Lions pick. The Packers at 2, the Eagles at 3, the Bucks at 4. I'm gonna put the Commanders at 5. I'm going to put the San Francisco 49ers at 6. And right now, I think for 7th place, just barely making the playoffs, it's tied between the Rams and the Seahawks right now. That's what I mean. They're on the bubble. I think we got to decide. I do think the Rams got to play the Seahawks this year. So we got to see.
Yeah, who wins that game?
We're going to see.
You're right.
Who wins that game?
Who wins that game? Goggins, huh?
Rams Seahawks? We're talking Rams Seahawks?
We're talking Rams Seahawks.
I think they're playing the Seahawks like next week.
He's talking. That's the big matchup, I think, right?
Yeah,
That's the big matchup coming up.
Rams win that football game. Which actually brings me to something I did want to talk about. Did you guys see that Cardinals-Titans game?
Yeah, pathetic.
I mean, been the most
unbelievable
insane series of events I've ever seen happen. For the
Titans, Goggins, is Kyler Murray gonna just quit football?
Dude, I don't know how you. First thing I will say, the Cardinals, I think, have the best jerseys in the NFL this year. I think that they got some upgrades. They were wearing the all black.
Great stadium. Yeah. Remember?
Wearing the all blacks. Last week they had these kind of desert paint kind of vibe on their Thursday night game.
They look like tortillas. They're wearing tortillas on their uniform.
They did look like tortillas.
Tortillas.
But dude, that's that Arizona spicy. But no, okay. So this game against the Titans. First of all, Cam Ward. They are ass. We agree. Cam, we're on the same page. But the Cardinals were more ass because there are 3 plays.
What's that guy doing? What is that guy doing? Finish the touchdown. I hate you.
Amari DiMercato.
You're
back-to-back weeks. 70-yard run. He pulled an Adonai Mitchell. He pulled a Jonathan Taylor. But no.
But it was
70-yard
worse.
Run.
It was worse.
It was worse. They were up 21-6 or something. I mean, it was start of the 4th quarter. Literally ball game in that moment. Fumbles the football. And then, a few minutes later, there's an interception by the Cardinals, which is them fumbled into the end zone. The Titans recover for a touchdown.
And Tyler Lockett recovers that, right? The old Seahawk receiver. That's a tutty. Are you kidding? But then the last play.
Dude, end of the ball game, 20-yard chip shot. How far was that field goal? It was an extra point. And he kicks it over the top of the right upright.
And that kicker's bad. Good. That kicker is bad, by the way. That guy had missed a bunch of easy field goals this year. Somehow he makes it barely. Yeah. What'd you say, Hulk? Sorry.
This Titans Cardinals game, this is the textbook definition of a tank bowl. Both of these teams want to lose this game. They both wanted to lose.
Kyler was too busy playing video games. I think he was on the side playing video games. He had enough.
I think the Titans should just embrace the tank. I don't know who's the top recruit for next year. They just need a tank for whoever that is.
Dude, they did a damn good job. They did a damn good job tanking this last.
The Titans really wanted to. The Titans really wanted to lose this game against the Cardinals, but the Cardinals just wanted to prove that they were the masters at the craft of taking. They were going to lose this game no matter what. And they did it in creative ways. Like, I mean, come on. You get an interception on defense in your opponent's end zone, and then you fumble it, and they score a touchdown anyway. That's some crazy stuff right there.
Cardinals lost 3 straight games on walk-off field goals. Can you believe that?
That's brutal.
I mean, I feel terrible.
That's pretty brutal.
How do you go back to the locker room and just keep saying, "Yeah, we're gonna win"? That's tough.
That's some Giants level. That's some Giants level ways to lose.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's got to feel rough over there, man.
Ask the Giants and the Bears. They know what it's like to lose to heartbreaking game-winning field goals. But I think I think my vote for the coolest uniforms so far this season are the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills last night. Yeah,
the freaking Bills uniform that they unveiled the other night. Oh man, even though they lost the game, those are some freaking sweet uniforms.
The whiteout, man. It's like Penn State whiteout. That was like crazy. The whole stadium was whiteout. The Bills had their white uniforms and the cool buffalo on the side of their helmets. Oh man, give me more of that, boys. Let's go. Don't play like you did last night, though. Don't play like that.
I was gonna say they looked a little scared. They looked a little pale out there.
They looked a little pale on the field. Too much white.
Even though they looked really good out there on the field, I think after that performance, they should keep those uniforms in the. That's probably bad luck. Just keep those uniforms in the back.
Never wear those again, Hulk. I'm done. Yeah, we can't be messing. All right, go back to the old classic. I like the blue and red Bills uniforms. The white, it's just a little too much for me. So, and when you lose to the Patriots, I mean, I had 10 years of misery. So, whatever we did there, just kind of get rid of that uniform. I don't want misery like Tom Brady gave us for many years back. So, Drake Maye, we'll give you one. We'll give you one, Drake. That's it. I'm done. All right, you give me you got one. I'm not mad at you. You gave me a bruise. We're coming back now to kick your ass, all right?
Dude, while we're on the topic of jerseys, I do have to say, I love the Green Bay Packers. Their retro jersey that they're planning to wear this year is the ugliest thing that I've ever seen. I really hate to say it. It looks like...
Why don't you design them one?
We might have to. We honestly might have to send a package of these to Green Bay because...
Wayne Larrabee, are you listening?
It looks like the UPS man meets Freddy Krueger. I don't even know how to describe this helmet. I'm concerned though with these jerseys.
Can you bring it up? I don't know what it looks like. Can you bring it up somehow?
Yeah, I'll well, you might have to just Google it. It's this
I got
blue.
I got you. Okay.
But so the helmet, they're trying to do like these retro leather looking helmets. And I don't know. That's kind of a swing and a miss. But it's like they're kind of blue and yellow retros.
Oh, I saw those. Those are ugly. I hate those.
Keep the green and gold, man. Keep the green and gold.
Green and gold.
I hate those.
Only go green and gold.
Why would you add blue into the mix? That doesn't make any sense. But if we're gonna stay on the topic of uniforms, though, the Colts unveiled a blackout uniform last year. It was so cool.
Fire.
It was really nice.
Fire.
It was all black helmet with like the blue logo. It like really made the blue in their logo and stuff pop. It was really nice. I really like the all black helmets with like the logos. I think they look sweet. But
yeah, no, I agree. They have like those Miami Vice kind of jerseys the Dolphins wore. I think last Monday.
Yeah,
like those things.
The Rams. We got a few weeks now before the Rams take on the Seattle in the grudge match. So by the time they play, we might be thinking a little differently on the state of the NFC. But
wait, so you said your top 7, Hulk, right? So you have Lions 1, Packers 2, you have Eagles 3, Buccaneers 4, Commanders 5, 49ers 6, Seahawks
6.
Rams 7.
The Seahawks Rams right now are tied for me at 7. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't even think of another team right now that is in the conversation. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I think. I still think right now, Seattle's a better football team than the Rams. But I'm going to say it's a tie for now. I'm going to say it's a tie for now. I think that keeps it interesting. I wish Seattle was playing the Rams like next week, but they're not. They're not playing until November, like later in November. But yeah, I think it's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be a big game for the NFC.
That's a pretty solid 7, man. I mean, all good teams. Well, solid 8, right? But all 8 teams are really, really good. How about the AFC revised? What's the AFC revised look like? I had the Bengals in the playoffs. I'm done with the Bengals. The Ravens look terrible with injury problems. That we have a whole remake on our AFC, probably all of us. I think that's just part of the game, right? But
yeah, let's do a little. I'll give you a little recap on my my AFC here. I mean, I think as it stands right now, the top 4 are still Bills. Well, I guess not still. I think the Steelers are gonna win their division now. I think the Bengals and the Ravens are just bad now, and they're going to be bad. So I'm going to say Bills win the East, Steelers win the North, Colts win the South. I still think the Chargers. I actually think the Chargers are going to win the West. I think the Broncos are going to be a wild card team, and I think Jaguars or Patriots right now for 7.
I like that. I'll take Bills number 1.
Yeah.
Second best team in the AFC right now. You guys know the answer. The Colts. Number 3.
The number 1 best team in the AFC, the Indianapolis Colts.
I mean, they're right there. Hey, man, like they're right there. Number 3.
We got the same record. We got the same record now.
Same record, for sure. No, they look good. No, I mean, number 3 is hard. Like the Steelers, maybe. Like it's kind of a hard one, technically record wise, because the AFC West they all have 2 losses or more. But I still have, remember I said the Broncos were going to win that division. I still am holding true. They just beat the Eagles. Everyone's like, oh, the Eagles returning Super Bowl champs. They just got beat by the Broncos. Once again, I think the Chiefs still make the playoffs. I don't care that they're 2-3. They're a good team. 2-3. They're still making the playoffs. The Jaguars definitely can make the playoffs. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has made the playoffs before as a quarterback. Travis Hunter is special. I think they're pretty good. And once again, the 7th team in the AFC, it's all shifted, man. Like I had Ravens, Bengals. I'm pushing both of those teams. They're out of the playoffs to me. They're done, both of them. I think either the Patriots, right? And I know the Patriots, everyone's laughing before last night. They're like, no way, the Patriots. But yeah, Drake Maye, we all believe in Drake Maye, I think. So Drake Maye, I think, could get the Patriots to that number 7 spot. And I think that's probably the team, but the Texans have a good like the Texans have been playing a lot better, so I don't know. I can't give up on the Texans yet. Their defense is actually, I think, the best defense by points per game allowed in the NFL. So I'll put them close too. But we got to put the Jaguars in the playoffs, boys. They've earned our trust. Right?
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I'm gonna jump in real quick, and then Goggins, you can go. But I think the AFC is pretty cut and dry. I think the wild card teams. I think the teams competing for a wild card right now, in my mind, are the Jaguars, the Patriots, and the Broncos. I think Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Houston, Tennessee, Raiders, and Kansas City missed the playoffs this year. So, what are you thinking, Goggins?
I think the Colts have beaten up really bad football teams. They have the best differential in the NFL. They've played like 3 basically 3 of the worst teams in the league. The Jaguars have some compelling wins. So I think the AFC South is like a toss-up, and the Texans are coming back. I think that's the most subject to change. But I mean, Bills, Steelers, Are probably. I mean, yeah, the Ravens aren't doing much. And then I feel like the Broncos have overtaken the Chargers in my mind. The Chargers have had a couple of bad losses these last 2 weeks. And that's concerning.
I warned you guys about their injuries, and it's showing up, man. The Chargers' injuries are hitting them, man. They're gonna miss the playoffs. I'm sorry, they're too injured.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, and I do think that the Patriots are a wild card team right now. I mean, obviously they are in the standings, but they've had a bit of bite in them. So, I mean, this obviously last Sunday huge statement game. I mean, another big surprise to me. I think in the preseason we were saying they were one of the worst teams in the league, and they've got some real fight. Diggs was a huge pickup.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I think the Chargers are probably falling. It means the Broncos are probably going to win the AFC West. I mean, I think that's a pretty good. The AFC West is still kind of hard, but I want the Chargers to still be good. Like, I don't want to take them out of the mix, but I think I'll drop the Chargers down to potential wild card for now, and I'll move the Broncos up. I think that's a better, more fair list.
Well, Broncos probably should have beat the Colts, right? That was a field goal where the guy got the jump, push the center penalty. But hey, they beat them. I mean, the Colts won. I mean, that's a good win for the Colts. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was starting to think it wasn't a good win, and then I saw them beat the Eagles, and I'm like, okay, yep, it's now a statement win again.
Yeah,
that's the Colts' statement win.
The Colts beat the Broncos. They played right with the Rams, who Goggins is saying in the top 4 in the NFC. So I think the Colts are up there in the AFC. I think they're one of the better teams. It's hard. You just play who you play, right? I think the Bills have been playing down to their opponents, so I'm a little pissed at the Bills. So we all think they're the 1 seed. They played terrible against the Saints, guys. Like, what are you doing? You lost to the Patriots. The Patriots were given a lot of credit, but I think the Patriots are still who they are. Like, they're not a great team. So the Bills better pick it up. That's all I'm going to say. Like, they got to play better. And it's the same as the Packers. Let's go back to the Packers. How the hell do you lose to the Browns, right? Goggins, like you and I, we're a little bit more pissed about this because we're a little bit more fans of the Packers, but you can't lose to the Browns. The Bills, you can't almost lose to the Saints. You can't blow games against the Patriots, who I'm not saying they're bad, but they're not the quality of team. The Bills are way better. Like, it was clear as day to me the Bills had way more talent. But the Patriots just freaking found a way, man. They showed more guts. So the Packers got to pick it up because to me they're the best team in the NFC. But if you can't prove it and you don't beat teams like the Cleveland Browns, then you're going to get demoted, right? So that's my harsh reality for you on a rest period after dark for the Packers.
Yeah, Goggins, you were talking about the Colts beating up on shitty teams. We got the Cardinals at home, week 6. What's our over under? Are we going to score 50 points on the Cardinals, 60 points on the Cardinals? JT going to score 4 or 5 touchdowns this game? I'm perfectly fine with us beating up on bad teams. We're going to be 5-1. It's going to be good.
Sorry, I'm having some audio issues, but I think I'm back.
Okay. Did you hear me?
I can hear you now. I missed what you said.
So I was saying that, you were saying that the Colts are really good at beating up on really bad teams. Well, we got the Cardinals this week at home. Speaking of beating up on bad teams,
ball game. I'm calling ball game right now.
So, I was saying how many touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor this week, over under?
I think 3 turnovers for the Cardinals, and I think 2 touchdowns for JT.
I think that's a trap. I think that's a trap game. They better be careful. The Cardinals are pissed off. I don't know. That might be a trap game, Hulk. So why don't you go to Indianapolis and talk to Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Make sure he's locked in. He's not overlooking the Cardinals. You understand? You better
Well,
go
actually,
talk to him, Hulk. Go talk to him.
I actually DM'd him on Instagram, and he said he's not afraid of birds. So, yeah,
He's not afraid
so.
of Cardinals. Nah, man.
He said he's not afraid of
Um,
birds. So, I don't think it's a trap
That's too
game.
easy, man. That's too easy. You give
It
me.
might be a trap. It might be a trap game if we go to Arizona, but they're coming to Indy. I mean, come on. We were saying this last week. I mean, these teams can't handle the loud house. They come into Lucas Oil. They can't handle the energy we're bringing.
You better go to the game, Hulk. Your energy. You and
tough.
Pat McAfee sit together and just talk about the Colts the whole time. That's what I want you to do. You need to bring that heat, okay?
Yeah, I'm actually I think we've been overutilizing the punter recently. I think the punter needs to stay on the sideline where he belongs. So
Football's played with your hands, not your feet. Get it together.
yeah, like come on. But I think we got to talk. I mean, we haven't talked about this yet. We got to talk about this huge win for the Broncos against the Eagles.
Yeah, break it down. Yeah.
They went from being down 17-3 to scoring. Well, I mean, they went from only having 3 points to 21 points all in the fourth quarter. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, the Broncos just like exploded in the fourth quarter and got a massive win against the Eagles.
Cortland Sutton is all I'm going to say to you guys. No, I mean, Bo Nix played great. Cortland Sutton played great. J.K. Dobbins, a running back. Man, they have an offense, man. I mentioned this before in our preseason review. Broncos are a threat. I put them as my best team in the NFC West, number one team. They kind of blew it early. I mean, the Colts got them, which was a great game. But I think the Broncos proved who they are, man. You can't throw the ball against the Broncos. So I don't know if you guys saw the stats. Freaking Philadelphia said, we're not running the ball today. Did you guys see the stats on this game? They just they would not give the ball to Saquon Barkley. That's why they lost. Clear as day. They did not want to run with Saquon Barkley, which I don't understand. Like, why would you not use Saquon in the fourth quarter? He had 6 rushes in the whole game.
What's the inside scoop on this? Why did they not want to run the ball?
Actually, Goggins, do you have any ideas? I didn't watch the game, but I reviewed the stats and I reviewed the game. I don't know, Hulk. I just saw they gave him six rushes. They ran the ball once in the last 25 plays they had in the game. Mind you, they had a huge lead in the fourth quarter. What the hell are they doing? What are they doing?
Yeah, that's a hard one to make sense of, unless it's just like they just want to, I don't know, rest Saquon. They don't want to. They're trying some stuff. I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe the Eagles are like, so they're like a franchise who's gotten into this state that like the Patriots were in a few years ago, where they know that they're contenders. They know they're gonna be right there, and I feel like sometimes when teams get to that place, they just get a little goofy. Like,
That's a goofy.
I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just.
I coached football for a long time, Goggins. If you're up 17-3 in the fourth quarter, like, no coach would throw the ball 25 times. You know, if you had the ball, you try to run the ball. You're trying to run the clock. You're trying to ice the game. They gave Saquon 6 rushes in the game. Like, I think I
got the inside scoop, right? So
give it to us.
So obviously last week or the last couple of weeks, there's been some trouble in paradise over there in Philadelphia. AJ Brown has been complaining. He's been on social media, speaking his truth,
Brown.
whatever. He's been bitching because he's not getting the ball. Like,
I make $32 million a year, man.
He's not getting the ball he's not getting the ball like he thinks he should be. So, they were trying to cater to their diva by having Jalen Hurts sling the rock downfield as much as possible. Give AJ Brown more opportunities to catch.
Hulk, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Him
That's
and
terrible,
Devontae
man.
Smith, Eagles receivers were complaining that they weren't getting enough touches. I think that might be a leading contributor. I mean, obviously AJ Brown's got a lot of pull in this organization. I mean, come on. You gotta keep running it. I mean, if the run game is working and AJ Brown is pissed off about that, like, my goodness, grow up. Go play football somewhere else.
Did they want to
Yeah.
lose? I think Goggins was saying this. I think they were trying to lose this game. Or they were just like, you know what? We're going to be in the playoffs anyways. I get what you're saying. They're like, yeah, we're going to make it anyways. Let's save Saquon. Let's screw it,
Yeah, so Philadelphia, big betting town. I think I want to see the sports books around Philadelphia and see if a Nick
Ooh.
Sirianni had any action. I'm wondering if there was anything going on the side over there, because the more I'm thinking about it, my man might have been taking the under on rush yards.
Damn.
The
that
Eagles, Jalen
is a
Hurts
hot
threw the
take,
ball.
man.
Get the books out. Let's look back at these books.
Actually,
Jalen
can
Hurts
you
passed the
look at
ball
those?
38 times that game. 38 times Jalen Hurts chucked the rock downfield. They had a pass run ratio of 80% pass to 20% run.
Against
That is ridiculous.
Okay, can I just break this down? They did that. So the last part of the game, when you're supposed to run the ball, you have the lead. They said, screw it. We're just going to throw the ball. We don't need to run the ball. Like, okay, that's one thing. So if we could look up the odds, maybe Sirianni is dirty. You're probably right. But like, they can't throw the ball. So it doesn't, like, it's not like Hurts is a good passer. He's not a good passer. So they basically are trying to lose that game. Saquon Barkley is the only reason they won the Super Bowl last year, guys. Like, Saquon is the reason they won the Super Bowl. So, one, they're probably just trying to give him less carries. They're trying to save his legs. I think Goggins, that's probably what you're saying. They're trying to save him a little bit. But you can't, like, it's so obvious that they threw that game. Not on purpose, maybe, but they threw the game, right? Like,
yeah, it's a classic double dip. Saquon puts no miles on his legs, and Nick Sirianni wins his bet.
Sirianni put down $1 million on that game. I bet he pulled money in, man. I'm serious.
Yeah, and he kept his back fresh. He's brilliant.
Yeah, I think I think they are good at passing the ball, but the reason they're good at passing the ball is because teams have to respect their run game. So then teams respect the run game, and then the receivers get open. Like, this isn't like rocket science for, like, people that, like, if you just pass the ball on every play, you become one-dimensional, and it becomes easy to stop the pass.
That's what I'm saying. I think they tried to throw this game. Like,
yeah,
they weren't running the ball.
no.
So if you don't run the ball, the Broncos have the best cornerback in the NFL, Patrick Surtain. AJ Brown, how are his numbers in fantasy? Did you have him, Goggins?
Oh yeah,
Trash.
was AJ Brown even good this week?
He was okay. I mean, he's been terrible, but he was whatever. He scored like 10 points this week.
10 points. So he's going against the best corner in the NFL. So the Eagles' game plan was, let's throw it at the best corner in the NFL. And the Broncos, like, the best part of their defense is pass rush and defensive backs. Let's go at the best part of their defense. Let's not run the ball. The one thing they struggle against. We have a 17-3 lead. It just feels like a fix. Like, they're just throwing that game. I heard one analyst this morning actually say, he's like, that offensive coordinator is the worst offensive coordinator in the NFL, which is pretty harsh because I know there's some bad teams. But remember, Kellen Moore, who was the offensive coordinator last year when they won the Super Bowl, left, and he's the Saints head coach now. So I think they don't have an identity, right? It's an identity problem. They don't know what they're doing. Like, the Colts know what they're doing, Hulk, right? They know that JT, Jonathan Taylor, is the guy. They're going to give him the ball. They're going to throw the ball when they have to, and they can do that too. But, it's like, I don't think the Eagles even know what they're doing. They don't have an identity. They don't know what's going to happen next. They're very up and down. They're Jekyll and Hyde. And I've seen it all season, and I saw it last year a little bit. They figured it out, though, later in the year. They said, Saquon, you're getting 20 carries. That's how they won so many games, as Saquon took over. So it's pretty obvious to me that They don't have a great game plan yet. I think this offensive coordinator's got to go, or actually keep him because I want them to be bad. I want them to get worse so then the Packers can take over, right?
I think you hit the nail on the head. They have an identity issue. I think that the GMs in Philly, they don't want Saquon to be the face of the organization. They want Jalen Hurts to be the face of the organization. If he's not slinging the rock and winning football games, that's a problem for them upstairs.
And I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts is not Josh Allen. He's not Daniel Jones. I mean, people can laugh at this. Jalen Hurts is not a great quarterback, guys. Like, he wins games. He can do the tush push. He can do a RPO. Dude cannot throw the ball like Daniel Jones. He can't throw the ball like Matthew Stafford. He can't throw the ball like Josh Allen. He's not the guy that people are making him out to be. He's good, but he's not like at that upper echelon. So, dude, I'm telling you, if they don't use Saquon correctly, that team is not going to win as many games as people are telling. Like, I have Washington winning, the NFC East. I said this before the season started. Washington's going to win that. I still believe that. I think the Eagles are overrated. People are hyping them up way too much. And Saquon's having a down year. Us three, we called that, did we not? He's like 22nd in the league in rushing, dude. 22nd. He's nowhere near the top. So they're not the team that we're all giving credit for.
I got to come to my boys' defense a little bit here. I do like Jalen Hurts. I just have to say,
no, he's not elite.
Not. I don't want to offend you, Kyle, but there are two things Jalen Hurts can do that Josh Allen cannot do, and that is squat 600 pounds and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I hate to go there. But
Saquon Barkley.
That's
to be clear, Saquon Barkley did that.
Dude, I don't know. Let's get Oklahoma. Oklahoma drill Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts and see what happens.
Dude, Saquon.
Let's keep in mind the Eagles are like a super team that year. The Eagles are like a super team that year.
Saquon carried their team, man. He was the MVP of the NFL. Come on, Jalen Hurts handed him the ball. I love that. That's great. But Saquon is the reason they were winning that Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts made enough plays to be okay. Their defense was amazing. They kicked the shit out of Mahomes. So, no, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback. And actually, like, everyone says the same thing. Like, if you look at his numbers, he's not a great passer. It's not, like, offensive. It's just he's not a great passer, So, if I had Jordan Love versus Jalen Hurts, and I didn't have a great running back, that'd be a tough one. Like, who would you take? It's like, who throws the ball better? I think Jordan Love's a better passer of the football. So you kind of run into these problems when you don't have Saquon. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
Yeah, Kyle, you might want to keep your head down next time you're in Philly, because I heard that you talk bad about their QB. You talk bad about their QB, they might come after you.
I'm not scared, bro. I'm not scared.
Eagles fans are crazy, but the yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that they're they can still be good if they just run the ball. Like, even the Colts, I agree. I think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback right now than Jalen Hurts. But even the Colts, the reason a huge contributor to Daniel Jones' success is Jonathan Taylor. The fact that teams have to respect the run. Like, when teams have to respect the run, it makes it a lot easier to pass the ball. Like, all of these things contribute to this, and it's just that's why I'm kind of a believer that the quarterback position is kind of overhyped in media and in the NFL. Like, it's not all the quarterback, and they're always talking about how a team is good because of the quarterback and the team is bad because of the quarterback. Like, no, you can have a Jalen Hurts level quarterback, like a generic level quarterback, and if you have an awesome supporting cast, you can go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, Jalen Hurts can run he can run. He's strong as shit. In the weight room, he's freaking awesome. I agree. So, he's got good attributes, obviously, but if you look at him as a quarterback, AJ Brown hates AJ Brown bitches a lot, which I don't like. He's mad though because Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball. And it's not like I'm not trying to say that AJ Brown has said that. He hasn't said that officially, but AJ Brown's pissed for a reason, right? Like Josh Allen can throw the ball. He can throw the vertical. He can throw the seam ball, the out route. He can throw every pass in the passing tree, right? Jalen Hurts, if you watch him play, dude is not super accurate, and he can't throw a very good deep ball. So AJ Brown, for whatever reason, they're just saying, screw it. We're just not throwing him the ball this year. I think they're in trouble, guys. I think they are 4-1. They beat the Rams on some luck, and I don't know. We can go back to that game and kind of say, dude, they blocked 2 field goals. Come on, how many times would a team block 2 field goals, right? So I think their special teams won that game. You know, they lost to a team this past week who I'm not like the Broncos are good, right? And I've said this many times, but I don't think they're a top 3 team in the AFC. I think the Broncos are solid, but they're not the Bills, right? They're not some of these teams that we've kind of hyped up. So the Eagles, to me, they're on the edge of kind of dropping, and I think Washington can get them. I think Washington has a better quarterback. Jaden Daniels can run, and he's a better thrower. And he has just as good of targets, right? He has Deebo Samuel, Terry McLaurin. He doesn't have quite the running back that they have, but yeah, I agree. If you have a great running back and a good offensive line, dude, have fun. That defense has no chance. Because as soon as you hit play action pass like they have with Daniel Jones with Indianapolis, dude, Tyler Warren's open, Josh Downs is open, Alec Pierce is open, Michael Pittman hit another touchdown this week. Dude, they're unstoppable. So yeah, I think the Eagles have to go back to square one, figure out how to run the ball again, and you'll see a better Jalen Hurts. You'll see a better Eagles team if they can figure that out. So
Yeah, I mean, if you look at if you just follow the Indianapolis formula, I mean, we've been on the QB carousel for so long that we've been more focused on building the team around whoever our quarterback's going to be for so long. And now that we actually have a quarterback that can actually deliver the ball to our playmakers at a consistent rate, I mean, you're seeing the fruits of all that effort and building everything around the quarterback.
I mean, crap, it's kind of like Drake Maye with the Patriots. Patriots have been bad for how many years? All of a sudden, Drake Maye this year, dude, it's like they can run the ball a little bit with Stevenson and Henderson. That's why the Patriots have a little bit of a threat to anybody is they can run the ball, right? That big Stevenson kid, he fumbled early in the game, but then he came back and had 2 really good rushing touchdowns. Henderson, the rookie out of Ohio State, he can run. So all of a sudden, dude, it's like they're pounding. Drake Maye then just kept wheeling out to the right, just freaking hitting Stephon Diggs and whoever he wanted. Yeah, so I think even Drake Maye, when he throws the ball, he has a pretty ball, man. It comes out of his hand clean. I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, but as a thrower, he's just not like, I don't know, man. There's something there that's missing to me. If I can switch to baseball for a second, the Brewers won. They won 7-3 against the Cubs. Sorry to change subjects, but Brewers are up 2-0 here, boys. So feeling pretty good in Milwaukee tonight. I think everyone's pretty fired up. I don't know, Goggins. I don't know, Hulk. Let's get off Jalen Hurts and let's focus. Yeah, let's focus on the Brewers.
All right, Goggins, take it away. I don't know anything about baseball.
Take it away, Goggins. I love it. The Brewers have some magic, right? They have some magic in them. There's something there. There's something special this year. They have not made the World Series since 1982, right? So this is kind of cool, man. Like I think they were in the NLCS in 2018, and they got all it. Yeah. Okay. So hey, this has got to be the year, Goggins. It's just like the magic, the pitching, the hitting, Murphy's pancakes, his pocket pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Hulk, you know what I'm saying with pocket pancakes? Have you ever heard this term?
No, I have not. We started talking about baseball, and
We went sideways. We went sideways. Sorry.
I just started tuning you guys out. I was like, yeah, get your baseball takes
Total
out there.
weave. Total weave right now, boys.
Total weave. We went from Jalen Hurts to we went from talking about Jalen Hurts to baseball so quick.
Hulk, something hit me. I just had to go to baseball. I'm sorry. I was like talking about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I'm like, this kind of I'm done with this subject. Let's weave into baseball. You know what I'm saying? Let's weave into baseball, okay?
This is my take. I think the Brewers are, well, I don't know anything about baseball, but
just say what you think.
Based on what I'm hearing, the Brewers are pretty good this year. They are the 1 seed, it looks like, in the
National League.
You know, the National League, or the run to the World Series. I think the Dodgers have historically been a pretty good team, and they're going to have to play them to get to the World Series. So
I think Ohtani. Do you know
that's
Ohtani?
The game?
Hulk, do you know Ohtani?
I have heard about Ohtani. Yeah, he's apparently a phenom.
Last year,
hitter.
Yeah, this guy last year, he's a pitcher too. He had 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. I mean, I think he had maybe a few more home runs than that and a few more stolen bases. But he had a 50-50 season, which has never happened in pro baseball. Mm-hmm. He came back this year. He's hitting and he's pitching. He throws 100 to 101 miles per hour in his fastball. And it's just like, this guy is incredible. This is everything that sports is to me. This is like once in a lifetime talent, right? And I'm not even joking. Let's go back to football. Micah Parsons is that. He's special, guys. Like, he's a freak of nature. No, I mean, like, people laugh. Like, no. Ohtani is special, right? He's been the MVP in the National League. I think he's going to win it this year. So he's won now 3 straight if you count this year. Dude, Micah Parsons is going to be on a run. You guys, like, he's having an incredible start to the season. And I just want you guys got to watch out for this guy. I'm telling you, like, defensive player of the year is coming for this guy. He's on the same level as Ohtani. You get me? Like, he is a special boy. He's a special player. But you guys can laugh all you want. I'm telling you, like, Parsons is incredible. He's in his own. He's in his own world, man. I'm telling you.
Kyle,
Goggins is not believing me right now. He's like, no,
Kyle,
man, nah.
I'm not as enthusiastic about this Micah Parsons thing as you have made clear in all of these episodes so far. But I think Micah Parsons is a good addition to the Packers defense. Do I think he's gonna revolutionize? Yeah, I think he's good. Yeah, I think he's a good addition. I think Micah Parsons is elite at his position, but I don't think that one player is going to magically make the Packers defense the best in the league. That's my take. My take.
I read you.
This is the same defense. This is the same defense that let the Dallas score 40 on them. So
just remember. Jerry Jones paid him off for 1 game. He said, Micah, just back off. All right, back off. Don't be hitting Dak that hard. You understand?
Back off, Micah.
You know what I'm saying?
He actually said back off, Michael. That's what he said.
But he called him Michael. They called him the wrong name. I think Goggins believes we have the next Reggie White. Okay.
All right. Well, we are really, really, really overtime, so I'm going to speed run the games we didn't cover, which is not very many, actually. The Dallas beat the Jets. good for them. They beat the Jets. The Saints beat the Giants. Kind of another boring game. Doesn't really impact thing. I actually think the Saints, though, like I guess the storyline there is the Saints are actually starting to win some games now. So maybe they can, whatever, have a pretty decent year, not be like completely bad. The Giants, I think, unfortunately, are still the Giants. Um, the other kind of interesting game is Carolina beat the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins haven't been very good, but Carolina has historically been like unbelievably bad. But this season, for whatever reason, Carolina has kind of shown little bits of like being like an actual football team.
Yeah, they showed life.
That can win games.
They showed life.
So
Tua not so hot. Tua not so hot. But
Carolina we lost Goggins, but Carolina has been showing signs of being an actual decent football team every once in a while. They've shown competence. And then the Vikings beat the Browns in a close game. That's how that should have gone. And then
Dylan Gabriel starts for the Browns in that game, huh? Shedeur Sanders should play, man.
Yeah.
He should be starting for the Browns.
I don't know.
Goggins.
I don't know.
You back?
Goggins.
We were talking about the Browns Vikings quickly. I said Shedeur Sanders should have started for the Browns.
Shedeur should start for the Browns. Absolutely. I don't know why they're messing around. They're on like QB7 over there, and they still just won't give Shedeur the ball. Like at a certain point, just do it for the fans.
I do it for the fans. I mean, he might not be very good, but just do it.
We had a pretty a couple of the workouts this week. Me and Kyle, we were talking about Shedeur. I don't know. I think he's toxic. I think the Browns have a thing for toxic QBs in their quarterback room.
For sure. I mean, think about they brought Deshaun Watson in and they paid him like crazy money. It's just like, what are you doing? And then he got hurt. He tore his Achilles. Then he had a bunch of assaults. Was it assault charges or was it like I can't remember if it was like sexual assault or something was massage therapist or anyways.
I think it was assault charges.
Like they brought him in and then they bring in Flacco, Kenny Pickett. They drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Like it's just drama over there, guys, right? Like, right, Hulk? That's what we're kind of talking. It's just drama. It's weird, toxic stuff going on. And everyone wants the ball, like Dylan Gabriel, to his credit, hasn't like said anything. The guy that actually started this week, he's been super quiet. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like, maybe he's the guy that's going to take over and be okay. But I don't know.
The Browns are a poorly run organization, and that is why they're bad. It's not because they don't have talent. They're a poorly run organization, and we could insert a segue to the Bucks, but we need to wrap it up here.
Can we do that? Can we please talk about it, Hulk?
We could quickly talk about the Bucks.
Sorry. So Goggins, I think you know this as well. So Jimmy Haslam and his wife, they own the Browns. He bought a 25% stake in the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm disgruntled because I'm like, the Browns are so poorly run. They swing, like they just throw money at people like it's crazy. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of morals, toxicity, drama. They seem to be doing that now with the Bucks a little bit with Miles Turner and the Damian Lillard thing that happened. I don't know if you can add anything. Sorry for segueing into the Bucks, but I'm just like, the owner of the Browns is a part owner of the Bucks. I'm not understanding this.
Yeah, we don't want anyone from Cleveland doing business in Milwaukee. I don't know. I think we'll do a full NBA breakdown, but Browns are bad news. The Bucks are concerning. I love the Bucks. I love Giannis. I mean, the whole Dame time thing was just a nightmare. We need, they got to get a nucleus back in Milwaukee. We need some more guys that will stick around and be just like better system players. I think that's kind of how they did it in 2021. So I don't know. We need an overhaul, and we got to keep Giannis. We can't have Giannis out in LA.
Yeah, for sure, man. We don't need Jimmy Haslam. Was my main I just get the Browns owner out of here. Okay.
Yeah,
The
we don't want that. We don't want that.
Browns are a poorly run organization. That's why they're bad. The culture is terrible. You see this a lot with a lot of these teams. It's not necessarily the talent, it's the culture, and it's how the team is run. It's organizational issues that are causing them to lose football games.
We were going to talk about the Colts ownership. Dang it. My bad. Hulk, remember?
No,
I was going to talk about it, and then I completely forgot about this. About Jim Irsay's daughter taking over. I don't know. Do you want to wait on maybe the next episode? I forgot about it.
We can talk about it a little bit in the next episode, but Jim Irsay's got some freaking cool daughters that are taking over the Colts, and they're obviously really passionate about it. They obviously care about it, and I think they're doing a good job. Kind of following in Jim's footsteps, and I think they're doing a lot of really cool things with this team, and I think the team is in a good spot mentally, culturally, and just we got talent on this team, so things are going right in Indianapolis. So I think I can leave it at that, and we can kind of go into more detail maybe in another time. But the only other game on the docket we didn't talk about was Commanders-Chargers. Commanders beat the piss out of the Chargers. Chargers are really injured. I think that's kind of the storyline there. I don't know if you guys have any other thing to add about any other games quickly.
No, just on that game. Just on that game specifically, the running back for the Chargers, Omarion Hampton, also went out with an injury with a high ankle sprain. So they lost Najee Harris to an Achilles injury. Omarion Hampton, their starting running back now, high ankle sprain. Their starting left tackle out for the season, Slater. Their backup then came in, Joe Alt, left tackle. He's out with an injury. They can't seem to catch a break, man. And then you got Khalil Mack. I said he's out for the year. I think he actually is going to come back, but he has an elbow injury. They just got so many injuries. It's incredible. But I feel bad for those guys because obviously they have a lot of talent. So hopefully they can get some of those guys back. But
yeah. Well, Goggins, you want to close us out? You got any final words of wisdom?
Final words of wisdom. Let me think. We're in the first week of October here, month 2 of the NFL season, month 5 of the Rest Period podcast. I would say the landscape is more or less what we thought it was, right? It's we need some patience. The cream of the crop's going to rise to the top. We've seen a couple posers, but we've mostly seen kind of what we expected. Yeah. Rest Period podcast. I don't have much else.
And can we plug ourselves a little bit, Goggins? You're talking organic
plug
growth.
away.
We're talking organic growth. Thank you for anyone that's listening. I think us three care a lot about this podcast, and I know right now it's about passion, but we really care. So honestly, we're just happy anyone listens. So the organic growth we've had, Goggins was explaining it. He's geeking out on me, man, telling me about all this organic growth.
Geeking.
Right now,
into the weeds, into the analytics.
Running into the weeds.
right now, this podcast is running on passion and Joe Rogan's. So.
Exactly.
And rain.
Okay, this is what I'll say about analytics. Yeah. This is what I'll say about the Rest Period growth. If you're listening 2 hours in to episode 6 or to week 6 of the is it week 6? Yeah, it was week 6.
Week 5.
Week 5. Sorry, episode 6, week 5 of the NFL. Yeah. If you're still listening to us right now, you are probably one of one, and we really appreciate you. So we hope you enjoy the podcast.
You're an important one. You're an important
one.
We
don't expect anybody. We don't expect anybody but Goggins to be listening this far in the episode when he's editing it.
Yeah, Goggins is focused on organic growth at this point. Yeah.
I'll be honest, an hour or 2, I stopped listening as well. I stopped editing at this point. But, good stuff. We're keeping the drive alive, having a lot of fun while doing it. So
we appreciate it,
up and to the right,
guys.
boys. Up and to the right.
If you are still listening, though, and you're here and you're this big of a fan, use our discount code. Go get some Rogans. Check out our
We'll
store.
put it in the link. Put it in the link.
All of it is in the description. Go buy some merch.
Go buy some merch. We got some apparel.
If you took an hour and 54 minutes out of your day to listen to us three talk about football, go buy some merch. If you don't
buy something, I'm making you do burpees tomorrow. So
yeah,
if you're still listening, take that.
It's probably somebody that we work out with and know if they're this far in. So they should go buy some merch.
You know who
you are. We're calling you out.
I will say, stay tuned the next few weeks. We're gonna keep making this thing more legit. We're gonna keep bringing on some sponsors. Killcliff.com/rest period, rest-period.com to see our full platform. Half the buttons won't work, but they will soon. And then shop.restperiod.com. Check out the shop.
Yeah, these guys have made some cool apparel. Cool apparel, man. Hulk, you made a shirt. It was really cool. Goggins has been making some stuff. All really cool. So I've made nothing, I'll be honest with all of you. So, I'm just here to talk football and weave around these guys. So, all right.
Well, we got our clearly defined fandoms over here. Like Goggins is just kind of, even though he's not a Rams fan, he keeps trying to say he's not a Rams fan. He's the Rams fan of the group.
I'm a Rams analyst. I'll give you that. I'm a Rams analyst.
He's he's an analyst of the team. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a Colts fan, and then Lombardi's he's a Bills fan, but also a Packers fan. So it's it's hard.
Yeah, that's not.
You're more of a Bills fan.
I grew up a Bills fan. Yeah, which is, I love the loyalty of the Colts. By the way, I always loved the Colts when they were Peyton Manning years. I've just always loved football, Hulk. You know what I'm saying? If a team was good, I just like to watch them play. So Peyton Manning, that team, they drew me in. Even though I was a Bills fan, but you kind of just respect good football, right? So that's why
absolutely
Rest Period After Dark's fun, man. We all like football, love football. We all like to talk about it, obviously. Do we have a preview? Are we doing another? You guys talked about a true crime thing. I don't know if you want to hype that up or wait on it, but I thought that was a pretty cool idea. True crime.
I don't know if this has been officially finalized yet, but I'm going to be joining in on a remote session of the true crime episode this Thursday.
Nice. Yeah.
Thursday night. So
cool. So
it'll probably come out Friday.
Crime. Okay.
It'll probably come out Friday or Saturday.
Our fans are still that aggressive.
Next week. Stay tuned. Next week. It's
coming.
Our
fans are still listening. They want to know.
We're gonna record Thursday. It's gonna come out Thursday night.
Yeah. We're gonna
2 hours after it's filmed.
Yeah.
We should live stream it. We should just live stream true crime.
Live stream.
Oh, that would be sweet. I'd actually like to test out a live stream, but.
Dude, once we get the studio set up, I will say we're setting up a studio. We're trying to get an actual location when we're all available, when Hulk's not moving mountains over there from Milwaukee Tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a studio so we can all get together and film some stuff. And keep growing the brand, keep on making fun content. So
all right. This is the Rest Period signing off. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.
See you guys. Peace.